Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome back, students. So today we are going to start our new chapter, that is food nutrients. Okay, so observe the following picture. Write P next to food products obtained from plants and A for those who are obtained from animals. Okay, so if you could see, this is honey, so it is obtained from an animal, obviously. Cheese from animal, egg from animal, right? This roti from plant, so we will write P here. So the food we eat consists of various parts or components called the nutrients, right? So nutrients are the components of food which help us to grow and keep our body healthy. Okay, nutrients, they are essential for health. They are divided into major food groups like the carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals. In addition to this, our body needs dietary fiber and water as well, and many food items, they contain more than one nutrient. So it is not necessary that one food item will have only one nutrient. Okay, so it can have more than one nutrient as well. However, a particular food item may contain a certain nutrient in a larger quantity and the other in some minute quantities. So the nutrient that is in the larger quantity is known as a rich source of that particular nutrient. Okay, so first we have the carbohydrates. So carbohydrates, they provide energy to our body. So they are of two types, like the sugar and the starch, and our body breaks down sugar and starch contained in our body to a simpler sugar called the glucose, and the glucose is directly utilized by our body to obtain energy, and the sugar that provides quick energy, while starch provide energy over a long period of time. So if we want quick energy, we should go for the sugar. Now the rich sources of carbohydrates are the fruits, the honey, sugar, rice. These are the sources of sugar. And for starch, we have rice, wheat, maize, bread and potato. Now the fat function. So fats also provide energy to the body, and this our body stored fat, and it is known as the source of energy during times of emergency. So fat is also a source of energy, but it is stored in the form of stored. So whenever we require in case of emergency, we can just use that. So fat that is produced or stored in the body, that prevent heat loss and keep us warm. Okay, and they also help in transporting the vitamins in our body. So the active to test for the fat, take a small quantity of food to be tested on a plate. Okay, now place a sheet of paper on the top and press it gently. Now remove the paper. If there is some translucent mark on the paper, so we can see that there is fat present. Okay, now take 1 ml of absolute ethanol, that is ethyl alcohol, in a test tube and add a small quantity of food to the test tube containing the ethanol. Shake the test tube well. Add about 1 ml of water to the test tube. If fat is present, a cloudy white precipitate is observed. So now the rich sources will be the groundnuts, the palm, coconut and oil, or the milk, the butter, cheese. Okay. Now we have the proteins. So proteins, they are essential for growth and for the repair of damaged or worn out tissues. Okay, so they are also known as building blocks or bodybuilding foods. Okay, so they are needed to build cells and tissues like the muscle cells, the skin, the nails, hair, blood and bones. Now the activity for protein, take a piece of meat, okay, mash with a mortar and pestle, and then add a little amount to make it a suspension. So pour out 2 ml of suspension into a test tube. Now add a little of sodium or the potassium hydroxide till the solution clears. Now add a few drops of dilute copper sulfate and shake well. If the food contains protein, the solution turns purple. Now the rich sources of this protein is pulses, peas, groundnut, soya. So these are this plant sources. Now for the animal sources, we have fish, meat, egg, milk, cheese. Okay, now we have the vitamins and minerals. So vitamins and minerals are essential for the body, proper functioning of our body. They are known as protective food. The main types of vitamins, their rich sources and functions are given in the table. See, vitamin A, carrot, pumpkin, etc. and for this healthy skin and hair and good vision. Now the vitamin B complex, we have whole cereal, peas, beans, and it is used for maintaining healthy growth and normal functioning of heart and nerves. Now To test it, we have take some starch or bread in a test tube and add 2 drops of iodine solution. You will observe the change of color to blue black. This solution should be used to test the presence of vitamin C. Okay, so this is just how we are going to find out the presence. Now for vitamin C, this is the citrus fruits, like these are the sources, orange and lemon, and it is used for healing of wounds, healing of gums and joints. Then vitamin D, fish, milk, cheese and cod liver oil, and the functions are the healthy bones and teeth. Vitamin E, nuts, milk, butter, egg yolk, and the function is the proper functioning of reproductive system and the formation of red blood cell, that means RBCs. Then we have vitamin K, leafy vegetables and fruits, and the function is help in proper clotting of blood. Now we have the minerals here. First one is iron. So the source of iron is the green leafy vegetable, the egg yolk, the jaggery, then the groundnuts. Jaggery means good jo hota hai. Then the functions is formation of hemoglobin in the blood. Then we have iodine, it is a seafood, and the function is thyroid, proper functioning of that gland. So similarly you have to learn it all. Okay, now we will go for the dietary fiber, that is the roughage. So roughage is that portion of body that can't be digested. So what is the function of it? So why do we use it? It helps in maintaining a healthy digestive system by helping the undigested food pass out of the digestive system easily, and it also gives us a feeling of fullness. And the rich sources of it is whole grain flour, the pulses, the fresh fruits and vegetables. And if there is no roughage present in our food, then our body lead to a condition that is a constipation. Now we have water. A major portion of body is made up of water, and the water performs various important functions. Okay, so what is the most important function is that it helps in the absorption of nutrients from the food and the removal of waste through the sweat or the urine. Its rich sources are the salads, fruits, vegetables or the beverages. And if there is excessive loss of water from our body, that leads to a condition that is a dehydration. Okay, our body gets dehydrated. Now we have the balanced diet. Okay, so balanced diet is just a diet. So what is a diet? Diet is a food that we eat, and the balanced diet is that kind of a food, that kind of a diet in which all the nutrients they are present in right amount. Okay, the quantity of various nutrients in a balance varies according to age. It's not important that we all need different these nutrients with the same amount. We need some in the more amount and some in the less amount as well. That will depend on the age, the working profession that we are in. Okay, so however, simply eating a balanced diet is not enough. Sometimes nutrients are lost from food in the process of cleaning or cooking. So we have to avoid these losses with the following practices. See, if we wash fruits and vegetables after cutting or peeling them, then the nutrients get lost. If we wash rice and pulses several times, the nutrients get lost. If we use excess water for cooking, okay, or we overcook some food, or we heat our food again and again, the nutrients get lost. Now we have the deficiency disease. So what is the deficiency disease? See, deficiency means kami kisi cheez ki. So deficiency disease will be that kind of a disease in which there is lack of one or more nutrient in the diet. Okay, so see, this is a table in which these are the nutrients, carbohydrates and proteins. If we don't eat them, we are going to have a disease called marasmus, and its symptoms are the weakness and slow mental and physical growth. Then we have the proteins and the washiarkar, in which the swelling of face and limbs is there. Then we have the vitamin A, night blindness ho jati hai, and the symptoms are we are not able to see in the dim light. Then we have vitamin B1, that is beriberi se ho jata hai, and the symptom is weak muscle, weight loss. For vitamin B2 we have the skin diseases and the cracking of the corners of the mouth, the swelling of the tongue and the eye irritation. Then we have vitamin B12, vitamin E and iron. Its deficiency causes anemia, and the symptoms are the skin gets pale and we have frequent headaches and the tiredness. Vitamin C causes scurvy, the bleeding gums and loosening of teeth is a symptom. Then vitamin K, we have the hemorrhage and the severe bleeding is the symptom. Then iodine, we have goiter, that means swelling of the neck. Calcium, phosphorus and vitamin D cause rickets, that means the bow-shaped legs or the deformed chest or the very weak bones. And for sodium and potassium, we have the weakness in muscles and paralysis, and the symptoms are headache, weakness, muscle cramps, etc. This is the summary. We eat about the energy giving food, that is the carbohydrates, fats. In carbohydrates we have this sugar and starch. Then we have bodybuilding food, that means the proteins. Then we have protective food, that means the vitamins and minerals. Then we have the dietary fiber, that just helps in this we don't get constipation because right. Okay, then we have the water. So that's all for today.